I have 3 boys, and I wish I could say I was kidding when I said that this is how they did laundry. Yeah, I can wear that another day. You don't want to do laundry like that. Step 1, you're going to sort your clothes into 3 piles: white, bright or light colored, and dark. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I don't do this with my clothes, but especially girls' clothes seem to have more problems with shrinking or bleeding colors. So if in doubt, sort them into the 3 piles. But if you're a guy and these are clothes that have been washed before and you know they're not going to bleed colors, the only thing that's going to happen is your whites are not going to be as white as they possibly can. So here's what that looks like. Step 2, you're going to place the clothes into the washing machine and make sure that you don't overfill it. Now, some washing machines actually fill from the top, so it's going to depend on what type of washing machine you have. This one is called a front loader. When you're first learning how to do clothes, you might want to go inside your shirts and pants, and most of them will have a tag that looks like this, and it kind of gives you some instructions about how to wash it, what temperature to use. And then something I discovered on this one, it actually has a button attached in there. So if I lose a button to this shirt, then I have the button. You can see I've gotten all the clothes in there, so now I'm going to securely shut this door until it clicks. This is the little cup that came with our laundry detergent, and you can see there's like some numbers in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This actually came with our detergent, and I typically will fill it to max because I have some stinky body odor. In this particular top loading machine, we have this little flap here, and that opens up, and the detergent goes down into that bottom part. This is for some other kind of things that you can use in there, but don't worry about that too much. You can also find that you can see some directions that are usually a little bit hard to read if you don't know what to look for, but you can see those directions like right on the inside of the lid. So I take the detergent and I'm pouring it right in there, trying not to drip. I have a thing to clean up here. If I clean it up right now after I just spilled it, it's going to be easy to clean, but if I wait till next week, it's going to be very difficult. So you can see I cleaned it, and the laundry detergent is in there. It's going to get washed down by some water in a little bit, but I close this up. Now this is the part you have to decide what you're going to do, and there's so many options. Remember, we were talking about reading the instructions on the clothes because some clothes are more sensitive. All of my sons and I have probably at some point shrunk something in my wife's from putting it in with too warm water, or later on drying it with too much heat, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So here's a couple of things. The cotton sturdy, that's usually for most clothes like t-shirts and jeans. Wrinkle free, if you have something that's a little bit more sensitive, you might use that. Delicate are things that are easily torn apart, maybe something made out of silk. And then hand wash, there are some things that say hand wash, and you can wash those in your sink, but some washing machines also have a setting for that. Over here we have the settings, and you can see to turn it down or up, and this is for the temperature of the water. And why there are 2 of them? Because we have the wash water and the rinse water. So if we want cold wash and cold rinse, then we'll set it on that. I usually set most of my clothes to warm wash because warm water cleans things a little bit better with a cold rinse. Sometimes I set it to warm. It kind of depends on how dirty my clothes are and what I'm washing. Over here you can see that we have heavy soil, so that's like if it's the most dirty, and you'll notice when I push that, the washing machine goes to a longer time. So if you had something that just got a little bit dirty and you just need to wash it because it's your favorite thing and you always wear it, you might set it to over here, but if it's something really dirty, you might set it there. Now you may have noticed when I pushed to the quick wash, it changed my settings over here. So I'm going to go back to cotton sturdy and the heavy soil. Here are a couple of things. You don't have to do these, but I'll just talk about them. This is like a pre-soak if you have something really dirty and want it to soak ahead of time. Stain cycle, same thing if it's something really dirty. An extra rinse, some people are more sensitive to soap and they might put the extra rinse in there. Max extract, that's going to take out a little bit more of the water at the end of the washing cycle. Some have this button also, delay wash, so if you want to start it later. So for my clothes, because I'm so stinky, I'm doing pre-soak. I'm gonna do the stain cycle. I'm gonna skip the extra rinse because I want to save water, but I'm gonna do the max extract. And then that's it, and I push start. You'll see that it says 99 minutes. So I can go do something else and come back later. You can hear the machine. After the clothes have finished washing and the spin cycle that takes the water out is done, we're going to open the dryer and put the clothes in the dryer. Now something in the dryer you want to check often is what's called this lint trap. And you can see that it's really dirty from the previous load that was done. So I'm going to clean that out, take out that dust and lint, because if you don't do that, it's going to build up and then it has a fire risk. So I'll put that back in there, clean that off there. So I'll put the clothes in here, and after the clothes are in there, I'll shut the dryer door, making sure it's completely closed. And we go over here and you can see that it looks a lot like the washing machine. This is probably the most important thing. If you're not sure, put all your clothes on extra low for the heat. This has to do with how hot the dryer gets. This is where you can end up ruining clothes if you're not careful. There are actually some clothes that need to be hung up and dried. My wife has some delicate things you can see over here. They're very pretty. They have different things sewn in. So she washes them in the washing machine and then she hangs them up to dry in here. So you're just going to have to learn which clothes are like that. If you're in doubt, it's better to do it that way. The other thing you can do is you can set it for more dry or less dry if you set it to the sensor over here. If you want it really dry, you're going to go down to that side. If you just want it to where it's a little bit wet and maybe you're going to hang it up and let it dry on its own, then you'll go to more on this side of it. So each dryer looks a little bit different. A couple of other options you have is the wrinkle prevent. If you're bad about listening for the signal when it's done and you don't want your clothes to get wrinkly, you might push the wrinkle prevent, and that just keeps the dryer spinning a little bit longer than normal. It won't go forever, but it'll go a little bit longer. So if you forget to check on it because you're on the phone or something, then you can do that. Wrinkle release is a setting that you use if you have some shirts or pants that are a little bit wrinkly and you don't want to iron them, then you can put it on that and it'll kind of get some of the wrinkles out. And once you get that set, same thing here, you just push start and get that going. So right now I don't have any clothes in it, so I'm going to push off and turn that off.